Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Ellarie. So today's look was kind of inspired from a look I did about maybe 2 or 3 years ago. It was a holiday inspired look with green glitter and a red ombre lip. It started off as a picture, but the picture was really popular, so I did a tutorial on it. Even though you always know when you do the same look twice, sometimes it don't turn out the same. I wasn't completely happy with the tutorial, but if you want to see the look that I'm talking about and the tutorial for it, I'll leave the link below. But I pretty much remixed it into a brown glitter look, perfect for the holidays. More of a Thanksgiving makeup look as opposed to the other one, which was more inspired by Christmas. It's pretty simple to do. You guys will see that if you continue to watch. But in the meantime, go ahead and click subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Ellarie, Snapchat at Miss Ellarie. And when you're done with all that, press play again and watch how I did this tutorial. Okay, so this eye is clearly partially done. Still needs a little to clean up and things like that. But I'm going to get started on this eye because I'm going to finish this as soon as I finish my face. Because I have nothing on my face right now besides primer. To get started, I'm going to use the Don't Stray Medium Deep Eye Base Primer by Benefit. I've been using this pretty much ever since I got it. And since I don't have any makeup on, I'm going to go all over my eye. I don't like to do this when I already have foundation and concealer on because I'll obviously mess it up. But you kind of need it in all these areas. Okay, so this is the part where you would normally apply like your brow highlight if you use a brow highlighter, if you like to highlight your brow. But you guys know, if you follow me, that I don't typically do that. So I usually just use my foundation powder, MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, you know what I mean? And I lightly dust this underneath my brow to kind of get a powder texture as opposed to the cream texture from the concealer that I used to clean my brow. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my first transition color. I wanted to stick to one palette, but I needed an orange matte, and the palette that I'm going to use didn't have one, so I dipped into Morphe's 35B palette, which has this really bright orange matte shade that you can see, probably either over here or over here, wherever I place the picture. And I'm going to use that and buff it a little bit above my crease to kind of give me a nice background for all the reddish colors that I'm going to add on top of it. So I applied it pretty heavily since it's going to get lost in the other shades. And yeah, buffed it in with a blending brush. This one is from Sigma, it's just their E25. Okay, after I have that buffed on in, I'm going to use the palette that I'm going to use for the rest of the tutorial, which is Huda Beauty's Rose Gold Textured Eyeshadow Palette. Looks like this. The first color I'm going to use is called Henna, this color right here. And I am going to use the same brush. You can kind of dust it off a little bit on like a towel and apply this right on top and slightly underneath that orange shade. Starting in the outer corner. Actually, I don't even think I did that on the other eye. I might have messed up. Hopefully they still look the same, but I think I went out of order. But since I already put it there, we're just going to keep buffing it in. I won't even notice the difference. I'm just not going to add any more to it. See, that's why I like to do both eyes at the same time, because I don't have a great memory. So I'll be messing up sometimes. I'm going to dust off my brush, and I'm actually going to dip it into Man Eater, which I think was the steps I did for the other eye. So I am actually going to switch my brush to the Smith 232 blending brush, and I'm going to buff this slightly underneath where I started the orange into my crease. Okay, now I'm going to add some darkness to the crease to give my lid some definition by switching in between Cocoa and Bossy, and align my crease area starting in the outermost part. And keep building on the darkness until it gets as dark as I need it to get, but I'm not placing so much product on this side. Just kind of in the outermost part and center, so that my eyes aren't too muddy and dark. That's why I like to use this tapered brush. It is from Morphe. It is their E507. Now I'm just making sure the darkness in the crease and the lighter shades right underneath my brow are blending into each other by just going back in between the brushes and going in circular motions and just trying to get it as gradient as possible. Okay, now I'm going to grab a flat synthetic brush and hashtag blessed and I'm going to press this all over my lid area because it's going to be the backdrop color for my glitter. I'm only staying on the lid and not in the crease to keep everything nice and clean. I've added about 3 layers of the shadow to make it nice and poppin'. And after my 3rd layer, I'm just using the brush and pressing it into the skin to kind of minimize the fallout and make sure that it's in place. I'm using Eye Candy Cosmetics Liquid Sugar, almost empty, favorite adhesive for glitter. And the glitter I'm using is called Long Island from La Splash. And I just placed a couple drops, you only need like 2 or 3, into the lid. Dip my brush in. This is Morphe's M250, and I want to be really precise with the glitter, so I'm using a really small brush, get it kind of saturated, and then I'm just going to dip it into the glitter and place it all over the lid on top of the shadow, staying out of the crease. And I'm not going to go too far down on the lash line because I am going to apply liner later, so I'm going to stay out of that area so I don't have to go over it with the liner. And before you start looking up and all around and blending in your crease, you want to let the adhesive dry a bit so that it doesn't move your glitter around, because once this stuff dries, it does not move. So you want to keep your eyelid kind of shut until everything is dry. That way when you open your eye all the way, it doesn't transfer into your crease. Okay, now that the lid is dry, I'm just going to go back and forth between Man Eater, Bossy, Henna, and into my crease area and just make sure everything is blended now that the glitter is added. Now I'm going to quickly finish the rest of my face. I'm using the same product, so I'm going to go through it really quickly and just label the products as I go. My same routine, same product, so I'm not going to go through it step by step, but I will show you the fast forward transformation. Okay, this eye is done. As you can see, it's looking real flaky. I do say so myself. Okay, so for my waterline, I'm going to use Jouer Cosmetics Slim Cream Eyeliner in Matte Black, one of my current faves. And I'm going to tight line at the top and apply it on my lower waterline. This applies like straight butter, baby. Now I'm going to use Sigma's short shader brush, E20, and Cocoa from the same palette, and I'm going to smudge out that black onto my lash line. Okay, after I have that smudged out, I'm going to use a pencil brush. This one is by e.l.f. And I'm going to dip it into Man Eater and blend out some of that darkness with a little bit of cranberry. Then I added just a little bit of henna right underneath that to add a little bit of warmness to this area, mixing all the colors together. And I'm going to use my highlighting powder, Lucy, and add just a little bit in the inner corners. Now I'm going to add some eyeliner. I'm using Lancome's Grandiose liner, one of their little tilt liners. And I like this because it's like a liquid liner and felt tip liner in one. So if you struggle with liquid liner, but felt tip liner isn't black enough for you, this is like the combination of both. and it dries matte black. Anytime you have glitter, it's better you use a liquid liner or a gel liner to go on top. And I'm going to do probably 2 coats just to make sure I don't miss any gaps. Now I'm going to add some mascara to my lower lashes. This is Pure's Fully Charged Mascara, powered by magnetic technology. And I'm going to add a coat of this to my lower lashes. You only need 1 coat of this mascara to make them bottom lashes be poppin'. I only dipped it in there once and I'm done. And then I'm going to add my falsies, which are called I Need You by Voss. Kind of like Iconic by House of Lashes, but double stacked and thicker and fuller and all that good stuff. And I like a heavy lash when I do glitter because I just think it looks better. It's just my opinion. And while that glue is getting tacky, I'm going to clean off my lashes because I don't add mascara before. As you guys know, my eyelashes are too curly, so they'll get in the way. And then lower these puppies on. Okay, you can always go on top of that line with some liquid liner to conceal the band a little bit more, but I'm going to move on to the lips. So for the lips, I want to go with something a little darker, so I'm going to use like a dark cranberry lip to kind of coordinate with the crease color. So I'm going to use the Ellarie liner by ColourPop. You guys know I love to use this with reds, purples, and sometimes pinks. And for my lippy, I'm going to use, I've never used this color before, so this is going to be my first time. It is MAC's Retro Matte in the color Self Portrait. It is a liquid to matte. So I'm going to kind of do a little darkness on the outside with the pencil and ombre in with this color. So here's the final look, guys. I hope you like it. I really actually loved it. I didn't think it was going to turn out as well as it did, but I really like it. So if you like it too, make sure you guys give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments and what other things you would like to see on my channel. I do kind of need some ideas. So let me know what you guys want to see by commenting below. Until then, love you guys. Mwah.